what's up? Imola just happened. Imola was a great race. I enjoyed Imola. And I'm not just saying that as a Max Verstappen fan, but we'll get into that when we talk about the race. Now first, free practice. I don't normally mention free practice often because I don't really pay attention to free practice that much. But for the classification from the official F1 account for Max, they put Franz Hermann, which I find hilarious. So I just wanted to kind of touch on that before we got into the semantics of the race and quali. But yeah, I found that super funny. All right, so for the qualification, it was a big weekend for qualifying. A lot of surprises and a very scary crash from Yuki Tsunoda. I am glad he is A-okay. That crash.
Huge moment into the barriers for Yuki Tsunoda. Big speed, he rolls around the barrier and is lucky to finish the right way up. That shows you how close the walls are and a massively violent impact.
Yeah, big crash there. And it looks to me, Julian, as if he got aggressive, more aggressive than we've seen from many cars on that left-hand part, turn 5 on the curb.
That was the first time since, I think, Zhou, we've seen a car go partially or fully upside down in a crash. I could be wrong about that, but I believe it was Zhou in Silverstone 2022 was the last time we seen a car go upside down at all. So we've seen a car go sideways, but George didn't fully turn. George was parked on his side on Australia last year, I believe it was. So thankfully, Tsunoda was okay. Hopefully, he can come back into the race. All right, so qualifying, and then Colapinto also had a crash in SQ2, I believe. Or Q2, not SQ2, sorry, just Q2. No sprint this weekend. And yeah. So then, as we do, let's talk about the grid. So in P20, we had Yuki Tsunoda. 19, Oliver Behrman. 18, Ocon. 17, Nico Hülkenberg. And in 16, Liam Lawson. Then in Q2, we lost Colapinto, Bortoletto in P14, the Jinx of Kimi Antonelli in P13, P12, Lewis Hamilton, and P11, Charles Leclerc, which was the first time ever that one Ferrari did not make it to Q3 in Imola. So some history was made, but for all the wrong reasons. And then P10, Pierre Gasly. P9, Isaac Hadjar. P8, Lance Stroll. P7, Alex Albon. P6, Carlos Sainz. P5, Fernando Alonso. P4, Norris. P3, Russell. P2, Max Verstappen. And in P1, Oscar Piastri. So, for pole, I said it was going to be 1, Andrea Kimi Antonelli. And with that pole from Piastri, that'll make my prediction automatically wrong. So now let's get into the series. And we will start, as we do, with who qualified first, who qualified last. So, the Norris and Piastri series. Piastri leads Norris 4-3 in qualifying. Verstappen, he leads Tsunoda 5-0. But, I mean, this one, yeah, he's in the lead. But, I mean, oh, man. Poor Tsunoda. Bad luck for Tsunoda continues. I feel for the guy. George Russell will take a 6-1 lead on Kimi Antonelli. Fernando Alonso will put up the first 7-0 and so far the only 7-0 as he outqualifies his teammate Lance Stroll. Sainz outqualifies Alex Albon, bringing their series to 4-3. Hadjar outqualifies Liam Lawson, bringing their series to 4-1. Gasly outqualifies Colapinto, bringing their series to 1-0. Leclerc outqualifies Lewis Hamilton, bringing their series 6-1. Bortoleto will outqualify Nico Hülkenberg, bringing their series to 3-4. And finally for Haas, Ocon will take a 5-2 lead over Oli Betterman. So yeah, that was qualifying. Now, on to the race, which honestly was kind of eventful. I enjoyed it. Max with a beauty of a move in the first turn.
And the Grand Prix is underway. Good launch off the line from opposite Oscar Piastri, but also George Russell as well, who's alongside Max Verstappen. It's going to be close. Momentarily, he's up to second place, but Russell backs out of it. And Verstappen roars around the outside to take the lead in spectacular fashion.
Unbelievable. Have I just had a out-of-body experience, or did he go round the outside of two cars into turn one?
Passing both Russell and Piastri, and he never looked back. He never looked back. My man took that, and he said he wasn't confident with the upgrades, but the upgrades were clearly upgrading people.
Upgrades, people, upgrades. That's how we make the dough.
And yeah, Max just took it. He ran with it, and he did not look back. I'm so happy for this win for Max Verstappen. But we still got a few other things to talk about before we get into Max Verstappen's win. The virtual safety car was deployed when Esteban Ocon had a mechanical failure of some sort, or a failure of some sort. So he DNF'd, which brought out the virtual safety car, which allowed Max to get a free pit stop and continue to lead. And I feel bad for Leclerc and Sainz, as Leclerc just got fucked by every safety car this weekend. Like, Leclerc had it rough, and Sainz too, even. Like, he pitted to get the undercut on Alonso, and it just didn't pay off. And Albon, man, he's been pretty lit this year, so I'm proud of Albon. But yeah. So then, about 20-ish laps later, Kimi has a failure of some sort, which puts him to DNF. Yeah, I think I really 100% jinxed Kimi Antonelli, and I apologize to any Kimi fans out there. I think I jinxed your boy. As he DNFs, that leads to a full safety car this time, which means we had about 10 or so laps of racing and jockeying for position. And oh man, was it entertaining. But at the end of the day, there was only one winner. And his name was Max Maximilian Verstappen is the winner of the 2025 Emilia Grand Prix, keeping his world title hopes alive. McLaren, what are you doing, boys? So now, I will take you to the classification. So, in P20 with a DNF, we have Esteban Ocon. P19 with a DNF, we have Kimi Antonelli, his first DNF of his career. P18, we have Gabriel Bortoleto. P17, we have Oliver Behrman. P16, we have Franco Colapinto. P15, Lance Stroll. P14, Liam Lawson. P13, Pierre Gasly. P12, Nico Hülkenberg. P11, Fernando Alonso. P10, Yuki Tsunoda. P9, Isaac Hadjar. P8, Carlos Sainz. P7, George Russell, which I kind of called. I said he would finish outside of the top 5. P6, Charles Leclerc. And now quickly, to do what we normally do. In P5, I said it'd be Yuki Tsunoda. In reality, it was Alex Albon. P4, I said it'd be Lando. We have Hamilton. In P3, I said Kimi. We have Oscar. In P2, I said Max, we had Norris. And in P1, I said Piastri, and it was Max. And with that, that brings the race series. I'll just read them in the order I have them here. Piastri will take a Norris will take a 3-4 against Piastri. Russell 7-0 against Antonelli. Leclerc 5-1 against Hamilton. Stroll 2-5 against Alonso. Albon 6-1 against Sainz. Gasly 3-2 against. Hulkenberg 5-2 against Bortoleto. Ocon 4-3 against Behrman. Verstappen 5-0 against Tsunoda. Hadjar 5-0 against Lawson, and Colapinto 1-0 against Gasly. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one. And for my drivers of the day, for the second time, Max Verstappen, and for the third time, Alex Albon.